everybody, VGC Leader here to give you a simple tutorial on how to set views for a room. As you can see, I already have sprite set up, a background set up, and a few objects set up. I've already put movement options onto the objects, so I'm going to go on to the rooms. Now, to how to set a view, you go to the room properties, find the views tab, click on it. Now, this will probably be easier if you turn the grid off by, you can see toggle the showing of the grid, click on that and the grid will disappear. Alright, you'll see enable the use of views, go ahead and check in that box, and then visible when room starts, check it. Alright, by clicking the enable use of views and visible when room starts, we've basically told GameMaker to start up the use of views, and when the room opens, to start using the view immediately. Alright, simple, right? Okay, now we're going to set the view for the blue object you see at the top left part of the room. I guess I'll set it for a fourth of the room. This can easily be done by going over to view and room, and we're going to play with this for a bit. Width, we'll say 320. And you see you instantly have this little box. That's what the view will be seen in the room. And I'll set this to 240. Alright, now we have a little box for it. Easy, right? Okay. And port on screen should be fine. Okay, now this is important. We're going to set what object it follows. The blue object. That means once the blue object goes outside that view, it's going to follow the object. What we need to do over here, you see HBOR and VBOR. These two numbers tell how far it gets to the border before it starts scrolling the view. So I'm going to set it to 64, basically double it. Alright, I'm going to click the check mark and run it. And as you can see, we have a view set for the blue object. And the room is basically split and following this one object. Alright, so that's basically the basic part of it. So say you want to set a view for two objects. You want to split the screen in half. Alright, go back to your room, turn the grid off, go over to views, and let's see, I'm going to change the width on the port on screen. So I'm going to cut it in half to 320. Alright, basically what the port on screen does is it's the amount of the view that is shown in the game window. Alright, now I'm going to go up and I'm going to click on view 1. This is going to be our second view. Alright, I'm going to set it to visible when the room starts, and I'm going to change the width to 320 and the height to 240. Okay, we just set another box on top of our already existing box for the view. Alright, that's not really going to work here, so we're going to change the X over to 320, and now our box is on the right side of the other. And so now we're going to have to set the Y to 240. And basically that tells it the top left part of the box for the view. That's the X and Y coordinates for it. So we're also going to need to change the port on the screen. If we use the same port as view 0, then they're going to overlap. So we're going to change this to 320, and 480 will be fine. And we need to change the X on the port on screen to 320. Like I said, they'll overlap if you don't. Then we're going to set object 1 to follow. And we'll change it to 64 and 64. Alright, this should be all you need to set two views in a room. Alright, as you can see, both the views are working pretty well. And yeah, And that's all you really need to do to set a view. Very easy stuff. And that's it for this tutorial. You can find more walkthroughs and information on my website, vgcommand.com. So, see you later.